Our headlines today. Fighting for his political career, Boris Johnson swears he didn't lie to Parliament over Partygate.
Good morning. Is the cost of borrowing set to rise again? The Bank of England is expected to increase interest rates later today after food prices cause inflation to climb unexpectedly. I'll have the details.
We'll hear from the terror attack victims who still aren't receiving the compensation they're entitled to.
Good morning. Fresh confusion in the race to buy Manchester United as the two main bidders ask for more time and get the deadline extended, while several new suitors do get their bids in on time.
Race across the world, we'll meet the dad and daughter taking part in a hit TV series, making their way across Canada. No phone, no flights, and very little cash. We have a look at some of the papers for you, and maybe no surprise, a lot of them leading on the question of Boris Johnson by MPs yesterday. Let's look first at the Daily Telegraph, describing Mr Johnson as defiant. Says the former Prime Minister dismissed allegations against him as complete nonsense.
Flimsy Partygate answers leave Johnson on the brink. That's how The Guardian reports it, adding that he could be formally reprimanded if he's found to have recklessly misled Parliament.
And we get The Sun choosing to lead with Prince William's visit to Poland, where we know he met British troops close to the border with Ukraine. The Prince told them they were defending our freedoms from Putin's Russia.
And one of the most read stories on the BBC News website this morning features the US court case involving Gwyneth Paltrow. The Hollywood star is being sued by a retired doctor over a skiing collision which took place in 2016. The actress is countersuing in a trial expected to last until next week.
Pretty much blanket coverage of Boris Johnson today. The Eye says the former Prime Minister is in peril after angry clashes with the Partygate inquiry. The Metro seems to think it didn't go well for the former PM. Headline there, Boris, the backlash. Here's The Guardian's take. Flimsy Partygate answers leave Johnson on the brink. They were the words of Harriet Harman there, flimsy. The Times keeps it simple. Johnson fights for his future. The Telegraph describes him as besieged but defiant. Now, the Star compares Boris Johnson to Little Britain's Vicky Pollard and her yeah but no but catchphrase. Remember that? The Mirror highlights the suffering and the distance that people endured while the Downing Street parties took place. In the Mail today, columnist Sarah Vine argues that whether your view of Mr Johnson is positive or negative, no one's mind, she says, has been changed by what happened at the committee. While the Express offers his defence, hand on heart, he said, I did not lie to the House. Now, the Sun foregoes any mention of Boris Johnson on its front page, instead leads with Prince William's visit to Poland to meet British and Polish troops. And the FT has word of a quarter-point rise in US interest rates. Now, if you want to see any of those front pages again, or indeed read the stories, then do scan the QR code on your screen.